Hey, miss, your flowers you planted, if you can't get them up right now, I might have to get them up. Just letting you know, your neighbor wanted me to tell you. I don't guess she's home.
So here we go, guys. That was a broken water line, and the plumber's laying in the garden now. He had to dig out one of my black-eyed Susans, so I have it sitting in a bucket right now, tucked. Maybe you could see it. There it is. See it over there on the far right? That's sitting in my red bucket. But I kind of want to just sit on my porch and stare at him for a few minutes because because he was really cute. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Just because I'm a YouTube sensation and I star in these videos doesn't mean that I'm not a consumer just like you. Today's video is sponsored by ASOKO Lighting. ASOKO Lighting was created by two young, ambitious girls who wanted to make LED lighting that was simpler to install. Their simple goal, simple light, simple life, has never changed. Good design is never complicated. Life should be more simple with more happiness. Motion sensor lights, under the cabinet lights, and closet lights are just a few options to choose from to make your lighting needs so much simpler. In the description box below, please click the Amazon link to see all of their products and choose your favorites. Use the code KMOUZBW4 to save 15% on your this. Thank you to ASOKO for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to it. The Coleus is getting huge, Mike. I mean, it's catching up to these were what, impatiens? I mean, it's just huge. And he's even coming over and taking on that side. He's wrapping right all the way around. Oh, here, quick walk for you. Let me come upstairs. I'll show you the other one. So I moved this one over here down to the first step. He was over here. I moved him over here because that one down there gets more sun and it's doing better. And this it'll get some morning sun and some late afternoon sun. So I'm curious to see what kind of difference if it makes. Here's a close-up. Look at what's happening with the leaves. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. That's a begonia plant I have that's struggling. Okay, so let's do a little review of what happened with the plumber the other day. You saw a second ago, we had some heavy storms yesterday. There was one of the areas around me here that actually had tornado warnings. Unfortunately, that wasn't us. We got the heavy winds and all of that good stuff, and apparently there could be another one like that happening today. But right now, we're here to talk about the plumber. Okay. So as you saw a few minutes ago, he was sprawled out here in my garden. He had to dig, I swear to God, it was a 4 foot hole right down here. And so when he came knocking up on my door, I was out with my daughter. He had to take out this black-eyed Susan as well. And as you saw, I just hurried up when I did get home and I moved it over there. And, you know, he was such a nice guy because he came back on the door and let me know that he had planted it back into place for me too. So very, very nice, very thrilled with that. He was a little bit crooked, but nothing that's worth like taking out and moving again, you know. But I tell you, it was a funny little story. When he was out here in the garden, I came home with my daughter, and she's autistic. She ignores people when they talk to her. She doesn't acknowledge them. And she kept walking away, and he's like, Miss, and I looked at her and I kind of laughed. I'm like, she's autistic. She's not going to talk to you. I'm the one you want to talk to. But anyhow, long story long, the pipe got fixed. My plant is back in place, and I don't think I'm going to do anything with this area this fall, or even in through the fall. I was looking at the store. I'm probably going to put a black-eyed Susan over here because these plants here I'm seeing they start to die away, which means I've got a couple of months with a gap when that's all gone. So I'm thinking, let me zoom out a little bit here. I know it's a high sunny morning again, and everything's slightly bleached out, but as you could tell where they're starting to fade away here, I've got that big pop of color over here and big pop of color over here, and I feel like I need to get one more black-eyed Susan and put it in the center here. So when these guys fade away, then there'll be that beautiful yellow back there. I might have to rearrange this guy and bring him forward a little bit so there is room when I do that planting. But I replanted this guy on this side here, and I kind of like him there, and I don't really want to put him back to where he was. So I don't know. I'm at that point now because it's August, and we typically get not a lot of rain, which is unusual this year because we are getting the storms. But for that reason, I don't want to put anything new in the ground because I just don't know what's going to happen for the next month or so. So now it's time to think about how I want to plan it for next year. Anyway, as always, I appreciate you watching, guys, all of these weeks, this whole past year and everything. Thank you to the new guys, and thank you to everyone that's been here all along. Love you guys. Toodles! So I thought I would give you a quick update on the black-eyed Susan here that had gotten dug up and replanted. I thought this guy was going to be safe. He was dug up on a Thursday and replanted, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, maybe a little bit even on Monday, we had nothing but heavy rain. I thought he was safe. I looked at him this morning or this afternoon, and I found him all wilted over. I've already poured 1 bucket of water on him. I'm going to come back out in an hour or two again, and then again in the morning. At this point, I'm not worried about blooming. It's just about saving the roots for next season. But, yeah, so this was a little bit of a disappointment to find today. But you know what? Let's focus on the pretty ones instead. I just love my flowers. I mean, look at that view. Just look at it, you know? Anyway, again, thanks. Have a good one, guys. Bye.